So what's up, everybody? It's Carrie Wynn coming at you from Breckenridge, Colorado. And we're so glad that you're back for round 2. And this is the session. What's the session called, Melissa?
This is what do we say?
Maximizing your stories.
Maximizing your stories. Social media part 2.
There we go. So this is social media training part 2. And the last one we just did in the last hour was sharing your personal story. And so now these amazing, amazing women right over here are going to knock it out of the park and share with us and give us some tangible skills inside of our phones. This is my phone for the record. I don't know. Here's my phone. It's normally right here, on how to use Facebook and Instagram to maximize sharing your stories and also just life and sharing life. So, and if you could introduce yourselves, I know I just was like, blah, 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 and we're going to get going. Here we go.
Great. Hi, I'm Jamie Hill. I've been drinking ketones for 18 months, been promoting for 13 months. I believe that the stories have been a huge success for my business. So we're just going to share with you all the tips and tricks that we have for that.
I'm Melissa Butler. I've been drinking and sharing ketones for 2.5 years. I am a mom of 3 little girls. I used to be a school counselor. Now I'm a stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom, and prover. So that's it.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so just show of hands, how many of you use Instagram regularly? Okay. Okay.
Who does not have Instagram?
Don't be scared.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're just going to quickly go around. How competent do you feel in using Instagram stories on a daily basis on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 being not competent at all, 5 being I'm a pro, I'm a master. I'm just here to sit here and have fun and build my story today. Okay. 3.
5.
5. 2. 3. 0. That's okay. 2. 1. 5. Okay, awesome.
Thanks to maybe skipped you.
Yeah, 5. Awesome. Very cool. Well, whether you are a 5 or you're a 0 or a 1, we hope that you can get some knowledge and skills out of this today. Our goal, this is kind of a competence training. We're going to talk about, and we're going to actually be sitting here building your story. So you want to have your phone out, have your Instagram open. We are going to put some tiles in our stories together today. And while we're doing that, we're going to be going through all the different tools that you can use. Hopefully those of you who are 5s will pick up on some new things and some new ideas. And then the goal is not only to learn how to utilize our stories daily for engagement, but then also how can we shift that and turn it into income producing activity by starting conversations about ketones and about the opportunity.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So what we want to do is everybody get your phones out and go ahead and go into Instagram.
I forgot.
Get your Instagram out, show it on the camera.
I'll show you what we're doing when we walk around. Basically, what Melissa and I are going to do is we kind of split off, and we're going to come around and show you guys what to click on, and we will build an entire story today. Okay?
So you have your Instagram open.
Yep.
Okay.
Your stories.
Okay.
So
you can scroll over to your story creating screen.
So, and if you're looking at your Instagram on your phone, just swipe left to right, and that's going to take you to the camera.
No clue. Yeah, you can
See that?
Yeah.
See my face?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me try it.
So when you're in your main screen?
Yes. Nope, on you.
That's the only way.
Awesome.
Also, for those of you that are on here, if you have an iPhone, you can do a hard touch, hard press.
All right. Is
You
everybody
push and hold it, and it gives you a bunch of
for the
options here, and then
stories?
just touch camera. It takes you
Okay.
right there. Isn't that cool?
So you guys just came from the training for the call tonight?
No.
They're all from different-
Majority of us are here from how to share our stories in 60 seconds or less.
Got it. Okay.
Majority.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you guys how to upload something to start piquing curiosity for the call tonight.
Okay.
Okay?
What's this?
With that, what we're not gonna do is it's not gonna say the word ketones. Okay? So we're gonna show you the verbiage to put in your story to start having people go, what are they doing in Colorado? Okay? So what you guys want to do, who has a picture of scenery from this trip?
Who
Okay.
doesn't have a picture of scenery?
If you don't,
Go outside right now and come back.
Alright.
So much to choose
So
from.
I want you to click down here on your camera roll, all of you, and select a picture of some type
So,
of background.
What they're talking
picture that
about
you
is this
see.
little, it's going to show your most recent picture down here in the corner, and touch that.
Yep.
And that opens your camera roll of all of the everything that's been going on that
Just
you've
a
taken
picture
pictures
scenery.
of.
You could.
Yeah, perfect.
Doesn't hurt.
All right. How you feeling?
So you've got a
Need help?
picture of scenery ready.
Oh,
Get
I should
creative
decide
on it.
which one.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
So we're gonna kind of just start walking through tools as we build this tile to pique curiosity for tonight. So in the top right, you've got your text tool. We're gonna give you a couple little tips and tricks using your text tool. Okay, the A in the
I'm
top.
choosing this
shows
one.
How you can
Oh,
do
cool.
text. Now at the bottom,
Text,
you
you'll see
can
the little
scroll
A's
back
up
and
here.
forth to decide which font you want to use. Okay, so you can scroll back and forth to figure out which font you want to use. Okay, I might type, well, do you want to go ahead and type the part for inviting her tonight?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep,
You
so
wanna
I'll
share
show
the
you
wording
guys
you used?
what I used, and I actually did it in a just a text. So I wrote, if you had the opportunity to be a fly on the wall here in Colorado, would you want to hear? Nothing about ketones.
And we put that over our photo?
You can put it over your photo. I just did a text.
Oh, shoot. I just.
If you
I was
had the
upstairs
opportunity
So
to
I just
be a
did
fly
copy
on
and
the wall
paste, But this is too long.
Yes.
So I gotta take what I. put
here
on
in
my other-
Colorado.
On my other post.
You just want something super short. If you want people to be like, what are they doing in Colorado?
If you had an opportunity to be a fly on the wall here in Colorado, did you say, would you want to?
Would you want to hear?
Would you want to hear?
Okay. So next.
Here, question mark?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go through some of those other tools with your text, once you have that written in there, okay? So at the top, you have a couple different options. You can center your text, you can put it to the right, or you can put it to the left.
This is called
To
justification.
the top left. You can change.
Totally on the aesthetic that you
So in the
want.
top left, you can click that to change where you want your text placed. I'm gonna center mine, which is how it started. Yeah, once we get it, the text way you want it, you can move it wherever you want.
Want to hear.
Here. I would just maybe center it. Yeah. Just click it again. There you go. Okay.
Would you want to hear?
Now another option
I'm gonna change my font.
is
I
I
like
can
this one.
choose
Yeah, I don't like
the
that one.
color for my font. I
Uh,
can click this color wheel. I can choose some of the colors it gives me at the bottom. I can scroll across. But my favorite thing to do to make my stories as aesthetic as possible is to choose the little dropper icon. And then you can move your finger anywhere on
left here.
your picture to pick a color from your picture.
You put this
Yep,
dropper?
click the dropper and then scroll over any color
Freaking genius.
and you can use that
Never
color.
knew that existed.
Okay.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, that's okay. So you're gonna choose your color.
So who's ready with their color and their font?
Wait, how did I get here?
So if you're not in Colorado, because you're on Zoom, let's say if you had the opportunity to be on a fly in the wall, let me ask Melissa when she gets back over here.
So I clicked my. This is cool to learn. So I never got that one, because that's where you're.
Is that what color you want?
This is cool.
Yeah.
But I can't, I don't know how I got there. Why am I so-
When you-
So I have to click on that and then, okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
yes. All right, so who has? So with this.
So if you had the opportunity to be a fly on the wall with my friends in Colorado, Melissa, real quick. So the question here, like she says, we aren't in Colorado. What should we say? So
Okay, so we could say,
Right, so you have like an awesome background with blue.
like if you could be a fly on the wall to hear
There you
more
go.
about
So go ahead and hit done.
what this incredible drink can do for you. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many different options.
or like, I even like what my friends are experiencing in
what my
Colorado.
yeah, that's perfect.
Right,
I
because
love
we're
that.
friends or community members,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And so if you had an opportunity to be a fly on the wall
Also, is this a good
with
position?
with our friends in Colorado, if we're using the Colorado theme still, but if you had the opportunity to be on a fly on the wall to hear what has me excited
And then we-
about life today, would you want to hear?
So like
We're
you
doing
can
IG.
pin shadow behind it, and the different fonts have different types of shadowing. When you click it, it will stay with the stars. Okay. But another option, if you want to do your own shadowing, so I have my color chosen from my sunset. I'm gonna click done, and I'm gonna go to that squiggly line that's next to the A. Okay, the squiggly line that's next to the A, that's your drawing icon, and you can draw. So I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna use my teardropper again, and I'm gonna choose a darker color. So I'm gonna choose this dark color from the trees. And I'm gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna color behind my text. Now, this I'm probably not gonna use because this is too dark. But I can color behind my text to fill it in. Make it pop.
Wait, what was that?
I lost you.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off. If I don't like it, I'm like, oh, that color's not working, I'm gonna click undo. I'm just gonna take it off. Okay,
The squiggly line will
So-
show a different color behind
the
it?
squiggly line will allow
So
you
up
to
here, it's like
draw
your little drawing
color
pen.
behind it. I
And
might
this is,
wanna
you can
tweak
choose
it.
the size of
There's
your
all the
brush.
options at the top. The
And
best
so
thing
I
you can do
picked
is
the
switch.
color
You
of
can't
like
go
the
for every
asphalt, so that way
single
there's a
thing,
good
but it's
balance
to
in the
play.
dark color there. And then I'm gonna use that in that bigger, and since I'm in the clouds, I'm going to use my eyedropper here, take a color from the cloud, a lighter blue, lighter white,
Yeah, just color to make
and
it
then
pop.
I'm
Exactly
gonna
what that does. So that function does that for you.
Can you show me that?
bigger brush and just kind of
So for those
draw
of
the
you who are
outline of
already
a
with your
cloud.
text and your picture, now we're gonna add the poll option, okay? So
Right,
you're gonna go back into that and click on your little like rectangular
little
square
copy cloud.
smiley face.
How's that
is
look?
what I like to call it. And you're gonna click on the option that says poll, P-O-L-L.
So now we're gonna go into stickers, which is your little smiley face. We'll just pull up corner,
Okay.
and
Your
we're
poll
adding
option
polls.
Is your best friend in your Instagram.
This is all
stories.
inside Instagram.
It's something that you want to use every single day, okay? You can be non-ketone related. I suggest that you guys also do that. So with your polls, it'll
That's good, Heather.
automatically say yes and no. You guys have the ability to change those words, and you absolutely should be getting rid of that word no every single time you go into your polls. Okay, so put your cursor in no, delete it.
We never give an opportunity for no.
Yes.
Okay,
we're putting
so you got your text.
I literally
on
use
there.
yes and
In
duh
the
like
top
all
right,
the
you're
time.
gonna choose this face
Yeah,
sticker.
sorry, my butt's
Okay,
on
right
there.
next to the squiggly line. Yes, don't hit done.
All right,
So
You guys are gonna make two options. So you can do heck yes, yes please, just yes.
Oh, it's just a shadow, like
And then your other bar is gonna say, I'd like more info, or tell me more. Just something, then that'll start a conversation. They either want the link and they want it quick.
The dropper,
Millennials want
whenever-
that quick.
whenever you're in a text or the drawing thing on your color wheel down here, on the far left is the dropper icon.
Yes.
And that's
Don't
gonna
put the
give
question
you,
above it. You guys already typed in the question.
Okay.
Okay, and that question that you asked is too long for that question anyway, so that's why we treated it as a text. Plus, you can have cool fun.
Okay.
All right, so who's got their options? All right, amazing. So there's something called ghost clicking. Cool. Okay. How many of you guys have been scrolling through somebody's pictures and you accidentally clicked on an option for someone and you went, okay? We do that to people, right? So when people are clicking, they're using their thumbs, and if they're left-handed or right-handed, they're generally going to be clicking in the bottom, okay? So what you want to do is you do not want your poll option down here. You kind of want it in the center, or you want it up high. So people are intentionally clicking on your yes or more information.
Okay.
Then you know for sure you don't have ghost clickers and you have people who actually want to know what's going on. Okay. So you can move that yes and more information up to the top. You can turn it. You can mess with the size.
Sometimes ghost clickers aren't terrible.
Correct.
Because it gives you a chance to have a conversation, because they might say, oops, I hit your poll on accident. But then you can say something like, oh yeah, no big deal, girl. But you know what? What do you
I
know
mean,
about
since you're
ketones and
here, since we're
ketosis?
here.
You know, so you
Exactly.
can start that
Exactly.
conversation.
There are no accidents.
Yeah, so and that's totally fine too. But sometimes when you want to have that intentionality, she's just saying just move it to where, like I might put mine in the bottom left, because I know when people are clicking through stories, their thumb is on the right hand side of their screen. That's how you click through stories, and that's how they accidentally hit it. If I put it really big, I'm going to get a million people hitting I'm curious. That did not mean to hit I'm curious.
And I'll tell you too, like as a left-handed person,
Same.
I still always use, it's because it's hard being left-handed in a right-handed world.
Yes.
Like you just like,
Yes, thank you.
like,
Yes.
and so there are things that are just, it's just you click the right side. Like that's just how it works.
So is this better, making it, did he move it up enough?
So let's make it smaller and we can move it up here. And even though, I know you want the tree in there, which is
So I
super
just make
pretty.
it smaller and put
But
it
look
kind
at
of
that.
into
See
the
how you
left.
think about that. So now they have to intentionally click.
Okay.
So now when people click on your poll, it's going to show you 100% if someone's just clicking on one option. And what you can do is you can click on it. Oh,
No, I think that's perfect. Okay, so once you click done.
okay.
it's done.
So we want to click on our own to make that?
No.
Okay.
You can. So if no one is clicking on your polls, you guys can vote on your own polls and create that like sense of FOMO that people are like, oh my gosh, like I'm not doing it. So when you click on the bottom, you're going to click on seen by 131 and it'll show you who voted on what option. Okay, so if you click at the bottom, it'll say like, hey, 2 people voted for, I'd like more info. So now I have 2 people I need to reach out to.
So we can share this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it would be nice.
Okay, and it has 2 people. So I can message them directly.
Yeah. See how that part, it pops now. Ooh, she fancy.
You guys can share your results. That'll also create a sense of urgency for people to be like, oh my gosh, people are voting on this and I'm missing out. Like, I want more info, and they will.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
In your stories, like, Facebook, they only last for so long. Is that
24
the
hours.
same thing in Instagram?
Mhm.
Do you just
Do
do
share
24
to
hours?
Facebook or do you just?
Always.
Yeah.
You guys should always link great questions. That was like the first thing we should have gone over.
Whenever you share it to Facebook, does the poll automatically let them vote on it?
Yes, and they don't link. Like
You
you'll
have
get
two
different.
voting places.
Yes, two different like sets of information.
So as people hit your poll in Instagram and Facebook,
Because I
it'll show
show
up
them,
in your
like, is it right? I'm lazy, like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do both.
So for you,
I do
click
one.
back up on
I'll
your
click
smiley
it and
face.
then-
All right, so if you guys have not added to that and you want to add like a fun picture, what you can do is you want to click back on your happy face post-it note and click in the search bar, click in Colorado, happy, excited, fun, and it's going to come up with all of these pictures for you that you can just add. So like Colorado and like fun moving text will pop up.
So I'll show you that again. So if you were building to like,
Just
we
do
already
one.
added your
So-
title,
Yep.
your title open,
Yep.
you can
And
go
then see
to
what it
this
looks like.
sticker that's next to the squiggly line that has your poll up option. This
Go back
search
one
bar is
more.
like your very best friend.
Space after
I
Colorado, I'm
love
wondering
doing,
if,
and
like,
we're gonna talk a little about time
it's
lapses and boomerangs. I love to type in like today is Sunday. I'll type in Sunday. It's gonna pull up tons of cute little stickers and moving objects for Sunday.
Alright, so once it gets there, then you want to select them. So she's saying like she typed Sunday and like we'll put
You don't
like
need to
cute
put
pictures.
tons,
Oh,
but
okay.
you just want it to kind of keep it aesthetic and have fun and be creative.
Is it not
The
like
best
have like
thing
every
you can
single
do
one
is
is like
spend 5
a
minutes a
fun
day
moving
watching
something?
the
Does it
stories,
kind of
watching
like
them,
should
messaging
they?
them, interacting on the polls. It's gonna boost your
It's an art.
algorithms, more
Um,
creative.
Cause that's where I
You're
struggle
also gonna
with
get a
using
feel for
those
what
and like,
people
why
like
take that
to
on the
watch.
last
You're
one?
gonna
Is
see the
it
ones that
just
you
like
like.
childish?
You're gonna see
You
the
know?
ones you're like,
Yeah, so what you can do is you can just post a picture of the mountains, send it. People are like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. The next one is like, hey, do you want this amazing opportunity tonight? Sure. The next one is like you hiking. Oh my gosh, she's back and like you have like this nice little ketone sandwich that you've made. And just like don't make it so busy. Like you want to look at your own story and be like, okay, I know what the purpose of this is. Like sometimes I look at people's when we're having flash sales and I'm like, good God, like take all
Yesterday my
that off.
story was tons of fun.
Yeah,
Well, the scavenger hunt.
gotcha. Yes. So my story is also super
It
fun
was
for the
like,
scavenger hunt.
just don't worry, people.
Yeah. Yeah, but people are probably like, huh, and now you're asking them, do you want to know what I'm doing in Colorado? And they're like, yeah, I saw you do some weird shit yesterday, like, what are you doing? You know?
so does Instagram notify you that?
No. Heather.
No, so what?
Pill options, Tanya, the pill options are going to be things that are like positive, right? So I put yes and I put duh because I use duh in a lot of my posts. And then just two there's positive choices. There's Miss Misty. She makes the greatest desserts in the world.
Yes, and I'm curious.
She did yes and curious, or I'm curious. It's just positive things that make people want to go, let me click that. Tag anyone or hashtags in this post. No, this is for the people that follow you. This is for people that see your story. This is for, because if you put a hashtag, let's say you put hashtag keto and then 75 people watch your story from hashtag keto, that the post we just wrote up makes absolutely no sense, right? Like this is an audience we talked about in the last one was like, this is an audience, understanding your audience. So these are the people that are following you, that you're friends with, that you're connected with, that watch your stories. Like I have like 600-700 views on each story every single time I post it. Right? But I also have 6,000 followers on Instagram, and then on Facebook, it's a whole other crop, right? And that's what we're just talking about, linking your Instagram and Facebook. There's YouTube videos that'll teach you how to do that. It's very important. So I wouldn't recommend tagging anyone. I mean, you could tag your enroller to be like, hey girl, look what I'm doing. But we also want this to be about you. We want this to be about the people that need you and want what you have. Does that help, Heather?
Now she's got like a message from me. So now it's gonna alert her.
Okay.
And I saw she did
I don't
her
know
poll,
how I connected.
and now I'm gonna say, hey.
So you would have went right from.
Yeah, so if this wasn't you, that would show up. And then you would click on there and respond right back. Yeah.
Are we ready to post?
Is that all that we're doing on it?
I'm sorry.
Is there more to that or done?
So let's do.
Post,
let's-
go ahead and
let's
post,
talk
yeah.
boomerangs. Let's talk for a moment about boomerangs and time lapse. and that
Yes.
kind of thing. So one of the things that's so important is putting content in your stories every single day. You don't want it to only just be proven in ketones. You want people to see who you are, and your stories are a wonderful place to show the simple, just daily parts of your life. You don't have to think about it as much as a big post with a bunch of wording. you can just show people a peek into your day. And it can be as simple as a picture of your dog, or it can be as simple as you shaking up your ketones every morning.
Yeah.
That's what we want to challenge you guys to do, is you drink ketones every day, right? Twice a day, hopefully. And so you can put that in your story every single day, either with creating a boomerang or a time-lapse video. And so we're going to walk you through kind of how to do that. And just putting that into your story every single day, and people saying, what is that drink?
Yeah.
She is shaking up every single day.
Yep.
In her story. Eventually someone's going to go, just what is it? Tell me what it is.
Yeah.
Right? And so let's talk a little bit about how to create a boomerang.
Yeah.
That's right there.
So guys, go back into your story. So go ahead, and I think you showed them that you can just swipe.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you're on your home screen, okay, just swipe, you're in your stories. You're gonna click on the infinity sign. It's gonna highlight boomerang. The sideways 8, infinity sign, boomerang. Who has the shaker bottle with them?
I got one.
All right, everybody grab your shaker bottles.
Do you want me to
Okay.
do model one first?
Yeah.
Okay, can I borrow yours?
So Melissa's gonna face you and show what she's gonna do.
So I've got my camera, it's pointing towards my face. Okay, I'm gonna click boomerang. Okay, now down here, it's got my boomerang icon up. I'm just going to do a little jig and hold down the boomerang. Okay, so, and let go. And now it's just gonna repeat my little jig over and over again.
People love
Okay, people love
boomerangs.
boomerangs.
Yeah.
Love them, yes.
Looking at the camera, smiling,
Smiling.
like they see you seeing them.
Yes.
Huge.
Smile before you hit the button on the
Yeah.
boomerang.
So you don't do
Because
this.
So many
Yes.
people be like,
Yeah,
So
smile
how-
first
so
before
how
you press the
long
button.
You hold it for just.
just 3 seconds.
Just, 3 seconds. Even whatever amount of time you hold it for is what's gonna record for, up to 3 seconds.
Yep, so start smiling before you hit the button.
Right now, it's facing you.
So
Okay,
turn your
flip it.
camera. There you go.
There you go.
And now smile first before you hold the
Yes.
button down, and then jig.
Ready?
I don't have something behind me.
Alright, so let's go.
Dad, dance.
Or here, you
Just
can
keep
also-
dancing.
Just keep dancing,
Smile.
and do this with your push it forward.
Okay, I like
So we
that.
did it. So we're just gonna cancel. So you might have to update, you might have an older,
So you might want to do it again. You
Yeah,
just
I
erase
think
it. You might want to do it
Yeah.
again.
Just
Shake
shake
it,
it,
shake
shake
it.
it. so.
So you might just say, I don't like it. You
You wanna do boomerang?
Yeah.
Was that here?
Okay, and then you can do it again and do it towards your camera so
I
that the
think you
ball
guys have
stays in the
old,
picture.
old Instagrams. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, alright, so you have yours.
The problem is, I'm not gonna know how to get back there.
Don't change your language about it. I'm excited to learn this. I'm excited to get better. I'm excited to build new
Alright,
habits.
so,
Look, I already got people replying to the story.
okay.
That's awesome.
I
was like, he's like, I didn't know we were doing all
And my cousin saw me, she's a pro motor, she saw me, cause I shared it upstairs.
And then you're gonna, you gotta move your hand to get your thumb on that button.
Okay, so
While you're
same thing on
smiling,
your
you're shaking
boomerang.
it.
You can add text.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, sir.
One of my favorite things here.
Alright, so start smiling now, how to add your Awesome.
All right. So is anybody following along for the boomerang? I was putting a post up. So we are here. We swipe left to right to get back into our phone, our camera and Instagram. There's the boomerang with the infinity sign. Touch it. There's filters, a whole bunch of options here, but we're just going to show how this works. And so we're just, and you touch it. See? Isn't that cool? Now that's a boomerang. They're fun. Can I borrow yours? So we're gonna use a shaker cup. So this is drink ketones daily, reboot monthly. So I'm just gonna hold my camera up and I'm just gonna go because I have a very specific style about like how I post in stories, but you'll develop that for yourself. So here we go. See? Isn't that fun? That's just part of like my shtick, like things that I've developed over time.
Yeah.
Something different.
Okay, so now you can use all your same fun tools to add on top of your boomerang. You know, you can add text, you could put a bow on it, you can add a song. So I'm gonna show you how to add music
Yeah.
to your boomerang.
Little happy face sticker.
So we've got our text, our squiggly line, our infinity, and then that sticker again that we use to add a poll.
There should be a music
And
icon.
I'm gonna click music.
The sticker, the happy face.
The happy face sticker, and then find music. It's gonna pull up trending songs or songs that it thinks you're gonna like based on what you've used in the past.
Mhm.
Where do you find these songs?
Music on the left.
Music.
Shaking and dancing.
Back in your
Feel the
sticker.
groove. Go ahead.
And click
Start
music.
and then click.
So I think it's
Awesome.
Okay, are you in a business account or your personal account?
it's kind of like a combination of things.
I think the music is not.
Music's only in personal accounts.
accounts.
Now, if I may,
Yeah, go please.
those of us as promoters, hey guys, real quick,
Yeah,
if
this
you're,
is a good nugget of wisdom.
your
right here.
Instagram, I know it's like, okay, I'm a business owner. I have my business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have 16 Facebook pages, each one for different things. I'm going to have my Instagram account. Listen, I have an Instagram personal account. You have a personal account. You have a personal account. Our personal accounts are linked to, and I'm just calling on us because this is a natural thing for us. Like we have personal Facebooks that we share to from our personal Instagrams. Whenever you switch to businesses and do all these different things, I don't even want to get into the back end of how much more work to be relevant in sharing on business accounts. So go into your settings, go back to a personal account, link your personal Instagram to your personal Facebook,
Yes.
and share life.
Mhm.
Because yes, we're business owners, but you know what? She's built a massive business. She's built a massive business, and I've built a really great business from just being people.
Mhm.
And it's so quick and easy. Like, oh no, I've got this. We're gonna do this. Don't.
You're
Share your
making
heart,
way
share your
more work
life.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Can you show me?
Here, I got you.
Okay, so I'm in the music screen. It's pulling up trending music, and it's pulling up songs it thinks I'm gonna like based on stuff I've used in the past on my stories. You can, in that search bar, type in your favorite artist. You could also type in Sunday, and it's gonna pull up Easy Like Sunday Morning. It's gonna pull up different songs that have Sunday in it. And so I'd like to do that when I'm shaking up my ketones in the morning. I'll do something that's kind of like whatever mood I'm in,
Mhm.
right?
There you go.
I'm just gonna click that good vibe song.
Yeah,
Okay.
Taylor Swift's always a good option.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's a great option, especially like this because you're shaking it.
Yeah.
and you're-
That's
That's
a good one too.
what I chose. Now
So
I'm
what
gonna
you want to do?
turn it off for a second.
So you don't add one of the words, you do just look at music.
Okay, so one of the things about adding the music is that you have options at the bottom. You can do it to where it just shows the title. Hold on. It just shows the title and telling you who the artist is and what the song is. If I just want that, I can click done and I can move it so it's not over my face. I can move it down, make it smaller, but it's gonna play that song over my boomer, okay? Now another option is if I wanna change that, I can click it to edit it, and I can use any of these options across the bottom. I love this one that shares the lyrics of the song, okay? It's gonna share the lyrics of the song over my boomerang. Once I click done, I can move those lyrics wherever I want.
Can I share something? The other day, Carrie, we were talking about this in one evening, and he showed us how to use the stickers
Yeah.
to cover up.
Tags.
Yeah. That was really cool. Yeah, neat trick.
Definitely. So to Carrie's point, guys, your personal Instagram account should not be throw up to improve it, right? So take a glance at what my cover is. I have one picture of Nat. The rest are my kids, my dogs, my husband.
Yeah, if you have any measurement of animal, put that out there because people love animals more than they love people.
Yeah.
Food.
I got
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. You got 19 chickens. You have content for 3
Yes.
weeks.
I got a little bit of everything.
Same, chickens. People love my chickens.
People
Oh,
love
yeah.
Like,
chicken.
people love chickens.
Like, wow, you're a human that
has
a chicken,
yeah.
a non-cat? Like, you know.
Yes.
A 9-year-old riding his pony, like
Still don't see
huge
the
response
music.
on
Yeah.
both
Change it.
Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, my chickens are
Kids,
definitely starting to
animals.
show.
I wonder if
Yes.
you have to.
If you do want to put Nat on your page or anything with
You know, you can
ketones, make it
reset
like looking like a stock photo. We have the perfect backdrop right now to create stock photos with ketones,
Yeah.
right? Just hold up a packet of ketone.
What's it doing? What's it saying?
It's
Type
not
in that.
showing music.
Okay, so I took this when we first got here, just walk outside. All right, who was able to upload music to their story?
Me.
Who needs help with it? Love it.
Let's go out.
All right, so what you guys are gonna do throughout today is you're gonna check back on that poll option of people wanting to get to the call tonight. Okay, and you're gonna, when the Zoom link is out, I think you guys already got it. You're gonna go ahead and say, I'm so excited you clicked on this opportunity, and this call is gonna be amazing. You're just gonna be like, what's that?
How do you put it on the story?
You're gonna send to, let's do something else fun. So click on your smiley face.
I'll come back.
Yep.
So
Type prove it in that search bar.
boomerangs are such a fun and easy way to show you shaking up your ketones every day or what flavor you're drinking. Also, one of my favorite things to do is a time-lapse video. She does them through Snapchat, takes the video, speeds it up, changes filters. That's her thing because she's a Snapchat queen. I just do mine through my camera roll. So in your camera roll, you have the time-lapse option. I just set my, and I'm going to show you, I already have it in my story from this morning. I went in the kitchen and I took a time-lapse video of me shaking up my ketones. And then I just put a little Sunday sticker on it. I didn't say anything, I didn't ask a question.
How do you do that?
So I just went to my camera roll on my phone, my normal camera roll. Mhm. And at the bottom where you have like photo or portrait, I went to time lapse. And I just set that up. When you hit it, you can step away, you can go as slow as you want. What I like to do is kind of like show my packet when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I'll go over and fill my water cup, I'll add ice, I'll add my ketones in, shake it up, kind of dance a little bit, you know, and then drink it. No, this is just in my camera, just taking a time-lapse video. Okay, once you have your time-lapse video taken of shaking up your ketones, when you're in your Instagram,
Hyperlapse, slow motion, hyperlapse.
I'm just
I don't
showing
know
you
why.
for now. It's your- it's not mine.
It's confusing.
Here,
But at
I'll
least
come
now
right
your
back to it in
Instagram
a
is
second.
linked to your Facebook personal account. So you can do stories in here and they'll automatically push your
Once I have my
Facebook
time
stories.
lapse made, I go back into my Instagram to create again, and I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna go to the bottom left to pull up my camera roll with pictures,
Okay.
and I'm gonna find my time lapse video.
I'm gonna put that.
Okay, and it's gonna put it in there, and then again, I can add text, I can add stickers, I can put a song on it. This is such a great way to show ketones every day in your life, because you shake up your ketones and drink your ketones every single day.
So I always did mine on Instagram on the hands-free
And you
option,
can do that
but
too.
I didn't know how to do that.
Yes, so there's lots of different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's talk for a minute about, we've talked about polls, boomerangs, time lapse, all these fun ways you can start playing and getting better at this, but how can you turn that into, how can you use it daily to turn it into conversations?
Yeah, so once you guys have people voting on these polls, and again, the only way you're gonna get people to do this is if you're doing it consistently. Every single day, you wanna post about ketones, and every single day you want to post that poll option. The poll option takes away that fear of cold messaging to people, right? So now you're not reaching out and cold messaging. People are saying, oh yeah, I want more information, or yes, I'm on board. And now they've taken that first step, and now you can have the conversation with them, right? So how many of you guys went to ACE training? Okay, so ACE training, pretty much take everything from ACE training and build it into the back of your polls. So once someone votes yes, you've done the attract. Now you need to connect and need to enroll, right? So if you start doing this daily, I promise you the consistency, that's your belief going up. People are seeing that you believe in the product and they're gonna want in. So as long as you're showing up every day, you drink them every day, take a picture of you drinking them every day. People are like, okay,
4:15.
they're not like BSing me. They're drinking them daily. They're proving it, that they're showing that they're doing it. I want it.
So let's talk about like all different options of how you can use your polls. You said like when you're shaking up your ketones on a time lapse or a boomerang in the morning, you have a boomerang, you have two flavors in your hand, you're going like this on your boomerang. You might have a poll that says, should I shake up strawberry peach or lime time? Okay, you might actually choose what you want to shake and just go ahead and shake it up after that, but you're getting that interaction of them choosing a flavor. And you're gonna have people voting on that that are not ketone drinkers.
Yes.
They're just like, oh, strawberry peach sounds good.
Yes, boomerang poll. Then what you have is remember all the people who voted for lime and voted for strawberry peach. And when strawberry peach hits Smart Chip, screenshot all those people and you go back to them, hey, I saw you voted strawberry peach on my story. Guess what? It's available through Smart Chip. Now you have people who are like, oh my gosh, like I can have this now. You know, strawberry peach was like the untouchable, and now it will be available at some point, right?
So because polls disappear in 24 hours, one of the best things you can do when you have people voting is screenshot it. Make an album on your phone in your photos that says my Instagram polls, right? So you can just throw that picture over in there and you can go back to it. The ones that you really need to go back and see, like she's saying about a flavor drop, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can do that to pique curiosity about flavors. If there's a sale going on of a new flavor that's come out, we'll talk about how to make a quick little video in a second. You might talk about this sale and you're so excited at the end, you put a poll that might say, send me your link or 5-day trial. So people can choose, they want to get a 5-day trial of that new flavor. So, and one of the things she was kind of touching on is like on a Facebook post, when someone comments in a post, that kind of takes more courage from the consumer to comment, but just clicking a poll is a lot less intimidating.
Yeah.
And so doing it daily and having this in your business every day, you have a lot more opportunity for people to go, okay, I am curious. I do want to know, what is that?
Poll is your best friend. Use it every day. Use your boomerangs.
You can also do polls that don't have to do with ketones.
Yep.
That's really important too. You can put polls in there that are like, you know, what should I cook for dinner tonight? You know, my keto enchiladas or my roast or whatever you're choosing between. And you post it in the morning. And just putting polls in there that aren't ketone related, you're just continuing to boost engagement and getting more views on your stories.
Yeah. So there's also, if you guys go back into your square smiley face, there's something called questions. Questions is open-ended. And so I'm moving. So I recently asked people for advice for moving with children. So people were like, people love to help people, right? They want to give you all the advice. When you open up the floodgates for advice, people are all for it. So what you do, so what I did is, hey, who has any advice for moving with children? And you post it. People write back and they say, oh, you need to grab a babysitter that day, or make sure you got plenty of wine. Like you'll get like all of the options. And what you can do is you can share that response back. It doesn't show the user. It also alerts them that you responded. So now people are like getting the sense of like, oh my God, people are interacting and asking them questions. Like I have to ask them one so that they post my thing. They feel special that you took the time out to answer their question. Use the questions options, not on ketones for your first time using it. Right?
Obvious how to share it in your story.
Yes.
So
When they,
Yeah.
when
you
they
see it, it's
respond,
obvious.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
just like in a
It'll literally
poll,
say share this response,
Okay.
and then you
Yes.
can take a selfie or put a picture up, or and
put
then
text on it and respond
yeah,
to
then
their
everything that
response.
they just walked us through on how to like make the post pretty.
Yeah.
You can now do that same thing.
Yeah.
And
So post something that's going to get people like riled up about it. You
Yeah.
know, like, okay, what should I do today during my break? Go hike and take a nap.
Yeah.
Well, that's a poll, but like, what should I do today during my break in Breckenridge?
Breakout room or go for a hike.
Yeah.
That's a great.
And then people
Or-
will,
yeah, what's your favorite breed of dog?
yeah.
Like
Oh, I did one on Facebook a while ago. My feet always hurt, and I asked, what shoes are helpful to you guys? Because my feet
Perfect.
hurt so bad, and I got like 50 different comments.
And weren't you like, man, I wish my ketone like, you know, yeah. So once you start like responding to them, as soon as you get like 6 answers to your questions, boop, ketone post in the middle, people will still answer your questions. So it's like, I answered. Woo, ketones. I answered, right? So do something like dog breed, or do something like, what's your favorite brand of workout gear, right? You're going to have people like screaming at you about like what you should be purchasing. Do something that's going to get people a little riled up.
So like if you post about like athletic brands or whatever, do you try bringing up like the ketone conversation in that one, or do you wait till they answer like on your ketones poll or whatever?
So when I do my questions that are non-ketone related, I do not bring up ketones. I want them to know that they have my full undivided attention about the question I absolutely asked, and I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to snake them
Yeah,
in.
you're not always trying to.
Yeah.
Like you're really trying to build relationships.
how exciting is it a blind date when you have a picture of a person, or even like just run with the example, you know, it's what we call catfishing now, or it's like what you see and then what you're getting. Like if you're talking about shoes, you're like, oh yeah, well I soak my feet in ketones and it helps my feet feel great. Like
People are gonna be like,
that has nothing to
"Okay."
do with shoes. And so subconsciously that goes, Nicole didn't care at all what I had to say. So screw her. I'm not going to vote anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like she's just trying to sell me a foot wash, you know, a foot bath. And like,
Can you tell us when you did that, the question?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when you go to that, here, let me
You wanna do one?
anytime you don't like something, you know, you can always drag
Yeah.
down, throw in the trash can.
And do multiple responses on one, or is it one response?
So in the
per-
top, at the top
I
where that
think you
sticker
can do
icon is,
multiple
it's like your
responses,
favorite
but I think
icon,
people are like
okay?
screenshotting them and then uploading them
Yeah.
as a picture.
Yeah, you
Open
can-
up
I
your
would
story.
do the
like
separate
this.
ones because
Okay.
people will see your tiles at the beginning and be like, oh my gosh. Now, if you're getting a ton of responses, guys, you have options. You can just do respond, or you can do respond and share. So if you have people who you just want to respond to keep that conversation going, but like their answer to your question wasn't like exhilarating, just respond to them. They'll get that message, respond and share. They're going to get your message and know that you shared their response to your to their wall. So they're going to feel like super special about that.
Yeah, in Facebook, when you posted it, we did Instagram and we sent it to Facebook.
Yes,
You
always.
have to go back into Facebook and make it public for everybody. for all?
No, it's linked. So whoever you're following is on Facebook, they're gonna see your stories now.
Whatever the settings on your
Settings,
Facebook
yes.
stories are, like mine are
Mine
public.
are public too.
Like
Yeah.
flat out, everything I do is public unless I change it.
Mhm.
Like because there's some things that I just want my friends to see, like just my people.
Yeah.
So right now in your Facebook settings, you
all
either
responses
have your
get in your
stories set to
inbox.
friends
Mhm.
or your stories
You're
set to
linked.
public, and you
I'm
can
pretty sure
change
you're
it.
linked when we,
Yeah.
when we did yours. So yours are already going to Facebook, which is great.
Yeah, they went, but is it going to all or just?
We
my
have to go
friends
into
that-
your
You have to go in your
settings.
settings on Facebook.
Most likely it's all your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, one
It's the
other
default.
Sure.
But
How do
wanna
you do
move
the
it
time
public.
lapse on Snapchat? Do you just click the fast forward thing?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Did I bring up
just swipe right
Snapchat
to
in this
left.
one already? or
I
no?
was
Melissa
talking to them
did.
about time lapse videos, and I
Okay.
said you're the queen of doing it Snapchat. I just either do it in hands free or I make a time lapse
Yeah.
video.
So Snapchat is my BFF.
Uh-huh.
I love to fast forward me making my ketones daily so people can see just how like easy it is.
Mhm.
Like I'm having a conversation with my husband in the background. Sometimes my kids will be like jumping all over me or I'll have them help me. And people are just like, okay, like if she can do this and she's got all this going on behind the scenes, like I can do this.
And they may not say that, but they're feeling
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, she's a jungle gym first thing in the morning. I am too.
Yeah.
So
And
do you
she's-
have some to that?
No. So when I record this, so I'll show you guys on Snapchat what I do, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold down the button. A little padlock is gonna appear. You're gonna drag over and now you've locked it. So now your hand's free at this point. This is recording. You can tell because your circle's filling in red. Okay, so say that you just want to clip it. So you're gonna stop it and you're gonna click here and then you can trim down the video. So if you're like awkward in the beginning and you're fumbling or you're spilling also is really funny. People
Spilling's the
love
best thing you can do.
Seeing you spill, they're like, ha ha, you spilled your ketones. What's going on? Like they're like, you don't want that perfect. Be real. If you spill your ketones, just be like, okay, like, oh, I'm gonna lick them up off the
Yeah.
counter. People are gonna love it. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, yeah,
that's a great thing.
Yeah.
All over me.
I have I do time lapse with my kids shaking up my ketones,
Yeah.
and they half the time spill it all over, and I'm like,
Yeah.
get it in my hand and put it back in my
Yes.
cup, and then just make it funny.
So what you'd want to do, so now that we've cut it, so now we have like a very specific thing, you're gonna go here and you're gonna go until you have a super fast rabbit. So now it's super fast. Okay. I turn off my noise. I save it. Once you save it, you can upload it from your camera roll straight to Instagram.
And that's just another step that you can
Jamie,
grow
can you show
into.
this thing?
Yes.
You- The time lapse in your phone, if that just kind of give you like a,
Yeah.
oh shit, there's another app. The time lapse in your
Yes.
phone will serve 100% your needs.
Yes.
So
Hyperlapse and Androids will serve your needs
Yeah.
to get started.
You guys have
So I did my time
Don't
lapse with
worry
my
about
camera
it.
roll, put it in my Instagram. Now, if I do want to put a filter on that, if you don't know how to put the filters on, you could just swipe to the
Right to
side,
left.
and it's going right to left, and it's
Yeah,
going to add
I tried.
different
Yeah.
filters on top of
Yeah.
it. My favorite is Paris. It's the very first one because it just kind of
It
smooths
just
everything out.
like
It
evens
makes
the
everything
skin
look
tone.
right.
Yeah.
I use that one all the time. So that's another way to, and you can change it to, there's a black and white. And so that's a fun way to just make it super simple. Mhm.
Yeah. I have one promoter that everything she posts is black and white. It's
Yeah.
just it's her shtick.
It's her thing,
You know.
right? Yeah.
And that's something you're gonna see too. Like you can see how Melissa does, you see how Jamie, you can see how you can see. But the most important thing is like what makes you you.
Yeah.
How do you define who you are?
Mhm.
You know, I mean, I keep bringing up your chickens, but go out and sit down in your chicken coop and mix up some ketones.
Mhm.
And just because people like they're gonna, is she really sitting in a chicken coop? Like, you know,
Yeah.
or
Oh
on
my
the
God,
back of your
chickens
pony,
just
like.
So
love
my
the chickens.
daughter drinks them too, and so when I get home, I'm gonna have her shake up her ketones while she's riding her horse
Mhm.
And
and video it.
you guys can boomerang cheersing your ketones together. And then you can make a poll options and say
Yeah.
ketones are safe for kids or heck yes, or send me more info. And then you have moms going, oh my gosh, I could be giving my kids
Yeah,
these.
because
What
all
are
my
the
kids
benefits?
drink
And then there you go. There's your
My
conversation.
teenagers drink them, my 9-year-old drinks
Yeah.
them, and he's like, hey mom, is it ketone time?
Yeah, my 2 and 3-year-olds drink
See,
them. I
set
get-
up.
My
So just a
16-year-old
hack with
loves
that,
keto.
set up a camp, just and hit record
Mhm.
and just kind of go about your kitchen day, right?
Go live.
And then call, yeah, or just and have him come in because you know you have an idea of what he's gonna say. He's gonna be random. He's gonna be all over. He's your rainbow baby, right?
He is,
He's
yeah.
gonna act like he's gonna perform because that's him,
Yes.
and they're just doing it, right? And they're gonna see him bounce in, jumping around, like mixing it up.
He's
The,
9 and he has his own TikTok.
the genuine excitement, the genuine excitement, either filming it or live or an instant Facebook
Mhm.
Live better because it records it and then you
Yeah.
can save it and then you can repurpose that and you
Yeah.
can find TikTok content in there just because that's life, right?
Yeah.
Like if we have a full face makeup on, that's not life.
Yeah.
But having a 9-year-old climbing the countertops
Yeah.
because he's so freaking stoked to have a blue, have raspberry lemonade, because that's why is the kid so? It's like, why is he happy
Yeah.
to drink something that's good for him?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
What is that?
You get like a whole bunch of parents that are like, whoa, 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 my kids can have these, and then they're in,
So another.
So for like me, I'm like pretty basic. I don't know too much, but like
We're
just
all basic.
doing shape, the boomerang, and doing the.
So to answer your question, Heather,
And that's the thing.
so when we're over here,
This was hopefully a competence training where you
Upload,
learn
upload
skills,
like
because
a
we have
video.
people
So
who
I
want to
posted
do
my.
lives, but choose
This is me
one or
mixing
two
up
things.
ketones
If you're like,
yesterday.
I'm gonna master this,
When you
I'm gonna
upload in
make this
here,
my
I'm
baby
gonna
and make it fun
grab
and
the
put it
date
in
here and
there.
delete that
Right,
because you
so
can use
it's
any
instantly-
old videos.
yes.
Just right to left, we'll put filters on
every,
however you want it.
And
See?
that's totally fine. Just stick with what you feel good about.
Yeah.
And then add to it. And the more that you, like I was saying about set a timer for 5 minutes a day and comment and like on stories to boost that algorithm, you're also going to start getting ideas
Right.
of people's
Yeah.
stories. You're going to start seeing stuff. You're like, okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to figure out how to do that. Or message us and ask. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I remember you were talking about questions. I think I'm ready for that. I want to try it. Like, we're more than happy to
Because
help.
I wouldn't mind to do the mixing it up like
Yeah.
video, but I lost you on that going.
Okay, we can, and that's.
We'll help you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you right now. How many of you are nervous to do lives on Facebook? Makes you nervous? Anybody? Okay, yeah, it makes me nervous still, yeah. So-
Yeah, I have to take a deep breath and swallow every single time and like
5, 4, 3,
go
2, 1,
do
start.
my Mel Robbins countdown
Yes.
and
I did one
like
growing
me.
pains.
Mhm,
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Like it's
So one thing I like to do, and I know Jamie does this too, is to make quick videos. You can do them in Snapchat or you can do them in Instagram. When you're in that main screen of creating, in Insta, you're in that main screen of creating your tile. Okay. If I were to just click this, it's going to just take a picture. Okay. I'm going to X out of that because
It
that's not
shows
what I want.
boomerang here in the middle.
So just exit out up here at the top, just say I'm no longer needing boomerang. And now you're back to your normal kind of home screen, okay? So now I can use, if I click this down arrow, there is an option called hands free if I want to take a video of myself and step back and talk, okay? Sometimes I don't use hands free. I just hold it down and talk. And I might say something
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This brand new flavor just dropped. I can't wait. It's blackberry pineapple. It's incredible, amazing. I can't wait to grab my box. But I'm also going to be offering some trials. So if you want to give it a taste, just let me know. I can't wait to get you started. Okay. So I took my little video of me talking. If it's longer than 15 seconds, it's going to break it into multiple tiles.
Oh, we'll do that naturally.
It will naturally do it. And you can only take a video in Insta up to a minute long, and it'll give it 4 tiles.
Yeah.
It will cut you off at a minute, so you have to
Okay.
watch the little red thing going around and make sure you don't talk past a minute. Okay, but I love doing this. It shows me as a mom. Sometimes I'm not all like hair done, makeup on, but I can filter it a little bit if I need to make myself
the more
look
busted,
comfortable.
the better.
But the
Yes.
more I'm just, it's the morning, my hair's on the side of my head, I've got
Yeah.
a baby on my hip half the time, but I'm like, guys, you have to know like this new flavor doctor, I'm so excited about it. Okay, I make that quick little video. What I would do on the end of that video is put a poll that says, send me your link or 5-day trial. So people can ask me for a 5-day trial of that new flavor, and I know how many boxes to order to then fulfill my 5-day trials of that new flavor going out.
Yeah.
So that's a super quick and easy, fun way to put a video in your story, and it's less intimidating sometimes than going live. Because I can
Yeah.
take that video if I'm like, oh, I fumbled and I didn't love that. I can exit out and do it again. real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
So how many of you guys are going to the escape room today? Okay. When you get there, do boomerang at the entrance. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Period.
Yes. You don't have to do a poll. You don't have to do anything.
No.
People are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Who's going
Yeah.
hiking? Okay. Who doesn't have shopping? Get a picture of you boomerang with all your bags and be like, I
Yeah.
I love Breckenridge, or I love Colorado, or this is, or never coming home, whatever. Like, and just get it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people will just be like all
Where you
over that. So I want to challenge you guys. So for those of you who has never uploaded a story besides today, like how we did this,
Awesome.
I love
That's
that.
how do you guys
fantastic.
feel? Are you overwhelmed?
I'm overwhelmed.
Okay, so we did a lot.
I need more doing it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that,
I probably
it's
couldn't do it.
It's literally a skill.
Yeah.
Like
Screw it up a lot.
Yeah.
when you started dating, were you the perfect boyfriend? Like, no, you weren't. You weren't.
You say
you need to
Like-
sit by yourself and play. Just play.
I have to
with it.
say, this was easier
trying to learn TikTok.
I don't know TikTok.
Sure. My best use
I'm
TikTok,
trying,
yeah.
but I have.
Uh,
I'm like a one confidence there.
I'm not an admin. Let's see who is.
Yes.
Is more important than the TikTok now.
Yes.
Focus on
Yeah.
this. So now that you guys both have 2 stories that you did today, right? And one was about the call, and one was you shaking up ketones.
Yeah.
What are we missing? Personal life.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I did the boomerang one with my still shot, and then I did one where I had to videotape the, up there.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna challenge you guys today, do something that you like if you're missing somebody at home, if you're missing your pets, post it.
Yeah.
Or
Missing
text them
Tina
and say, "Hey,
today.
send me a picture of them and then put that in your story. Missing my kiddos, can't wait to get home and hug them tomorrow.
Yeah, or get on FaceTime, screenshot it and upload it. Just talked to my kids today, can't wait to hug them. And we're like, oh, ketones, oh, that's what you want. You want people to be like, they're a real human, they're not
Yeah.
trying to steal my money, you know? It's really important to be able to do that.
So one of the
every
best
time-
things you can do is use your stories to just show you, even if you don't think it's interesting, other people find you interesting. And you find other people's lives interesting, right? So they find you interesting. So add 3 to 4 tiles a day in your story that's just you, who you are, your life, and one at least that's proven or ketones. And it can be as simple as just a time lapse of you shaking it up. It doesn't always have to be, you asking something.
Yeah.
Okay. But using polls daily and getting engagement, whether it's a poll about ketones or a poll about what you're cooking or a question about something, doing something in your story every day as well that's engagement is really key.
But now mixing up the ketones, does it take over? Can you do that within a minute, that video?
A time lapse video of you for like doing it for over 3 minutes shrinks down to 10 seconds.
Can I, like, what I've noticed is when you're gonna show your, like, what ketone, like, pause,
Yes.
or they don't.
They won't get it.
I did this big thing, my mom was making cinnamon rolls from bakeries, and she was like, and I'm like, they're not gonna see that. She was, if I hold it longer, it's, I'm like, no, hold it longer. And she watched it, she's like, oh, they didn't see my pretty cinnamon roll. I'm like,
Right.
So when she went like this, she
I
stood
stood
there
there
for a
for
while.
couple
and then
seconds.
stepped away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just,
But now, can you have to do hands-free on that, right?
Yeah.
When you're doing the video, you can, or have someone record it for you.
Do you guys want to know a hacking secret to filming yourselves making ketones?
Uh-huh.
Before you start recording, rip the tops off of both your mitoplex and your ketones.
Yeah, I do that.
And put them up against your water bottle, take your sip out already, and leave your cap off to the side. So now you're not like, oh my God, like my
Yeah.
cap, and there's
Right.
like, I opened the wrong end of the mitoplex. How many people have done that? And they're like,
Yeah.
damn it, the perforation's on the bottom. Like, get your stuff prepped and then just go for it.
Mhm.
And like have a conversation off to the side. Just do your thing. Just meet yourself. People just want to see how easy it is. I use Snapchat because I want a filter on my face at 5 a.m. Like people do not want to be seeing this. So I'm like, let me filter myself, which is why I favor Snapchat over the hands-free, but you could certainly do that.
The
too.
time lapse is just in your camera roll on your phone. So if you just
I
go.
love
you
using
Hands-free in Snapchat.
you
Yeah.
just go to
Yeah,
your
that's what I do.
phone.
When
Yeah,
you
press
lock
and
it
hold
over.
and slide to the left to the lock.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you
You
can
can scroll
trim
over
out.
and
So if
hold
you're
the time
fumbling in the
lapse.
beginning with your cap or taking your sip,
So
you
that's
can
what you
So what I did
Stretch
this
it out.
morning is I
It's where your
just set
first
my
thing is
phone
you
up.
holding
I
up lime
set
time,
my phone up.
pausing,
I just set my phone up.
pouring it in,
I clicked it.
mitoplex, pausing,
Held up my thing.
shaking it up, dance around with it, like have fun when you shake it up, like, yeah, I, sometimes I go crazy, sometimes I'm like throwing my kids around,
Just
like,
whatever, looks and doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little bit and then I turn it on.
So-
And then I
guys,
just-
any questions?
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and hit end. We have our next one coming up here in just about 3 minutes, and we'll see you over there. So we're gonna end this one, and we'll see you on the very next one.
I wouldn't do more than 10.